Baking is my life. What would we say an important part? It's a thing that you love to do, and you do it. Jose, give me that pan, please. The round pan. The round pan in back of you. You usually get into a routine. Certain days you make certain stuff, and after a while the customers expect whatever you make on that day. They say Monday you make Hungarian cheese, Tuesday you make apple nest, Wednesday you make strudel, Thursday you make babka, and that's it. Dave Lenton, by profession, is a sign painter in Hebrew, and at the same time he paints for the Puerto Rican church, and he's really an artist in that respect.
I think that anyone that's in a certain place for a very long time becomes a symbol of the place. It is dangerous. There are many prostitutes, and there are pimps, and there are people that end up in jail. But she is an important member of this particular community, and she has been living here for 50 years.
David Lenton's painting those signs not for profit, mind you. He's painting those signs to express his own self, to express the thing that he does, the thing that he loves. And if you don't pay a man, he will not do whatever you want. He does what he wants.
Shalom.
Cy Fish, hi, Irv Sultan, Hatzilu. That's right. Now listen, we're all set for Sunday, 2 weeks from today, right? Beautiful. Now here's the story. We're coming from Intervale Jewish Center, a bus ride, and we're coming from East New York, Pitkin Avenue, and Wavecrest, and we're having another bus that'll pick up the various people at the place they couldn't. That's right.
The respect that they have for Mrs. Mira because she's an elderly person, they look for her like their mother. They call her mom. And the respect they have for her surpasses all their animosity. She walks out in the biggest fight they're having with knives, and she walks out of there, and apparently they just melt away.
Dave, do you miss your mother?
I say a prayer every day. The Kaddish is really not so much for the dead as for the living, to remember the dead. I said it for my mother for 11 months, and I still keep saying it.
Why?
So not to forget. Goli, listen, order me, Ya hey, shmei, me boda, clear lam, me, o maya. Holy halo, me, copper, hustle,
The breeze fresh springing from the lips of morn, kissing the leaves and sighing so to loosen, the winding of the merry locust's horn, the glad spring gushing from the rock's bare bosom. Sweet sights, sweet sounds, all sounds excelling. Oh, 'twas a ravishing spot formed for a poet's dwelling. Yet I will look upon thy face again, my own romantic Bronx, and it will be a face more pleasant than the face of men. Thy waves are old companions. I shall see a well-remembered form in each old tree, and hear a voice long loved in thy wild minstrelsy.
I'm a Jew, and I'm also a cop. I basically started out in this area, in this precinct over here. I was also raised here as a child. As a matter of fact, my parents lived in that building there, which at that time had a doorman and an elevator operator, all for a rental of $36 a month. The area that you see around us was once teeming with population. As a matter of fact, a short distance from the corner to here, I can recall when I used to take the sanitation department at almost a half hour just to collect the garbage. This area here, basically as a child, as I can remember, was predominantly Jewish. The streets over here as a child were actually safe. I can recall walking around here and I never had a problem. Later on when I came to work over here, I saw a completely different area. There was prostitution, there was gangs. The Jewish population was basically leaving. The fires and the abandonments basically started around the summer of 1973. After that, we could see many buildings have become to look like this, which was once fully occupied. It may sound incredible, but at its height, 10 to 15 fires a night were not uncommon. It was in June of 1967, when I was a rookie police officer. I was walking along Intervale Avenue at the intersection of 165th Street. I came across this elderly Jewish gentleman sitting outside what apparently looked to me to be an abandoned synagogue. Walking up to him, I asked him what he was doing over here, and he explained to me that he was waiting for the other people to come so they can have a Friday night service. building today basically looks the same as it did in 1967, except that the lettering Intervale Jewish Center was picked out in gold. I asked myself many times, why is this place lasting? It is basically the only Jewish house of worship left in the South Bronx area. The people who come to this synagogue, they're very strong individuals. Many of them are advanced in years, yet many of them work every day. Their work for the synagogue, believe it or not, is never ending. There is never a holiday or a service where people aren't pitching in and helping each other to keep the place going. It has a very strong leader for one, Moishe Sachs. Without him, probably the place would never exist. It'll probably survive as long as Moishe Sachs survives. After that, well, only God knows. Moishe Sachs has been 70 for the last 8 years or so that I know him.
A minyan is a Hebrew word for a quorum. For certain prayers that we say, we need 10 men. We figure out with 9. Why? We say that if there are 9 present there, God will come down and make sure that those 9 will not disappoint, that he'll stand in as the 10th. There are also Jews hanging around here, which you can't discern them as Jews, but they're Jews. There's an elderly man that sells paper on Southern Boulevard. And he will come in the shul only the time when we need a minyan. When we need a minyan, that guy will come in from his papers, he'll sit down in the back, and I say, what are you doing here? I came down, and there's no reason you can't explain why, but when we count them in, there's the man, that's for the minyan. The elderly people that come in here, whether they come in here because they want to be satisfied to be in a Jewish place or just plain to be satisfied to get something.
What else is there for me to go? Where am I going to go? Tell me. In a senior citizen's home, I don't think I care to go because, I don't know, you're not free enough to do anything in a senior citizen's home. Here I'm my own boss, and so far as long as I'm able to stay. It's only a year that he's gone, so I'll see how long I can stay. I'll stay. Now when I come into the house, sometimes I tell him what's going on. I talk to this picture here. I talk to this picture here, and I tell him what's going on, and how I miss him, how I love him, how I kiss him. And I tell him about the shul. I tell him everything. Just keeps me feeling better, that's all. Otherwise, I wouldn't, nothing with nothing. So that's why I talk the way it should.
Sam, I want to ask you about horses. When did you first start to like horses? Did you like horses?
When did I start to like horses? I believe the second year when I was born. I knew something about horses.
Sam is a retired man. He goes to hospitals most of the time. He's ailing. He can't sleep. The only time he sleeps is when he comes in the synagogue and sleeps there. He enjoys that sleep so much that synagogue sleep does him the best of the world of good. Sam promised me that any time we actually do need him, he is there. When we can dispense with his services, he goes to Paul Park, which is his form of survival, his form of living here. Sam has never refused me, even when he was in the middle of the biggest game. He came to make the minyan. He made the minyan. I do not do any finagling. The people just show up themselves. The Jews may not be the familiar form that you have seen. They might not be the elderly type Jews. They may not be the Ashkenazi Jews. They may be colored Jews.
HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Kadosh Baruch Hu. This is the South Bronx. It used to be called the old East Bronx. I live here with my father, and my mother passed away about 5 years ago. And this is the Charlotte Street area that President Jimmy Carter was going to rebuild, which we hope will be rebuilt. It's a very dangerous area, and many of the landlords don't give any heat. And the synagogue tries its best to stay open. It's always being broken into and things like that. Once my father was mugged in the hall, I walked into it, but thank Hashem, thank God, knock on wood, I haven't had any trouble, but there have been shootings and holdups and murders and things like that. I remember Intervale Avenue when I was a child, and you couldn't get into the building. People would spill all over the sidewalk, and the streetcars had to stop and everything like that. Most of the older people want to stay here. They want to be with their furniture and with their memories and in their house and things like that. These people are so stubborn, they'd probably stay anyway. They'd probably be the last of the Mohegans.
See that building over there?
Yeah. Abandoned building. Used to be a church.
Nobody lives there?
No, not at all.
You've never seen anyone in there?
Nope.
Mr. Green, Mr. Sultan, the Hatzilu Rescue Organization, right. We've been doing business for years. Now, what is this business? You can't get a bus from the South Bronx. We have 4 buses coming. That's the last bus. It must go out to Plainview. Please, don't get me excited. It's very important for these people to get out of that South Bronx, to get that. Will you try your best, please? I know you will. Please, thank you.
This is Kelly here. 180's responding from Leggett. We're going up Kelly Central. 180's gonna take a ride up Kelly from Leggett.
Eddie says...
Don't kill him. I can't sell
No, you can't kill him, you sell him.
How did you get this?
Well, like on a consignment. They don't want to see it go to waste, right? It would be it would be a waste, just to throw it away, right?
So they give it to you?
Yeah. Or sometimes we have to steal it.
They are bum. That explains.
They were born bums?
Bums.
They were born as bums?
Because Mama and Papa, I had a father. He said wanting to be people 5 girls. He said, children, I could give you life. And now you gotta go on my way if you want it. Don't always take your own way, but a good one. If you can't be good, just get a big one. Don't destroy the good ones. And he was right. I want to be a tailor, and nobody could talk me out of it.
I got busted for armed robbery and everything else like that, but I didn't do no hard time because I got busted for narcotics too, so.
They only compare me to the mothers, not to the fathers.
They like their mothers.
They like the mothers.
But she's a nice lady.
Did she ever give you any trouble?
Sometimes when she get mad, she start hollering and everything, but she calm down and she go back on the shop and she won't say anything to nobody, But if there's any kind of static in the neighborhood or something like that, we don't let nobody mess with her.
Are they bad people, the bums?
No.
Then what's wrong with them?
Do you want some apples and oranges and stuff? Oh, okay. Well, I'll leave me after a while. I'll get you some. You don't want nothing? No taters, onion, or nothing? Okay. Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, they're going to rest my leg. I swear.
People. Robert is a softy human being. He gave me that piece of junk because I told him it's my birthday. Late singing.
Bang, 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 zoom.
I tell you what, man. I
Zoom,
tell you what, man.
zoom, zoom.
I tell you what,
Zip
man.
there, zoom, 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 zoom. Right.
You do things for her.
Yes, I do. Bring her fruits and vegetables whenever I get a chance to.
Does she do things for you?
Excuse us.
Yes.
Excuse us, we live in a
When-
dog follow us. Pick up that.
No, I'm still, but this is serious though. She sews my clothes when they get ripped. She does me favors like that, so in return, I return the favor.
Blue Boy is in jail now. And he's a dangerous person. Didn't he spend a lot of his life in jail?
Not to me.
But never to you. Why not?
I don't know. I really can understand. I done that head, so I love to see the man. And that was really ridiculous. I would tell you, he would say he don't know. I like to see that. He had a heart, and somebody killed it.
Where is Blue Boy?
In jail.
Why?
They don't tell him. These monsters here.
Full of good stuff. Huh? Oh, but always give you what you want. Always give you what you want. I always want to look at her. She's blushing. this is my future wife. What's my son?
We are located near the Intervale Jewish Center. We work together, and anytime they need or they are in trouble, I tell them that they can use this place anytime they want. And I'm willing to even to cover the cross so that they come and have the service in the way they want to have it.
It's called tashlich. The idea is that you throw away your past performances on live water, something that will carry it away. It won't be stagnant. You have to repeat it every year for the simple reason that during the year you accumulate more.
What are you throwing down?
We're throwing out actually our past connections with things that we did wrong from the last year. They throw out pieces of crumbs or whatever that you have in your pocket to show that you're ridding yourself of all your association with bad things that you had.
Good. Listen, on that chicken bit in the food, how are you going to serve it? Barbecue. Oh, Si, please. I'm just too tired to talk about it. No barbecue chicken. These people are elderly people. You want to give them an ulcer or something? Just give them plenty of boiled chicken.
Mr. Sachs, how long do you think you can go on working like this?
This? You're asking the wrong person. Have you got a connection upstairs? I'll give you a number. You can dial them. HHH. And some, well, listen. Hashem Hagadol. It means big God you dial. And if he tells you how long you're going to work, he never did. As a matter of fact, he never did. God never did. There's only one thing that God ever did do. He said, Ad yom osot techakelo, till the day that a person dies, he'll wait for him to return from his evil ways. But he doesn't tell you what day you will die. He tells you that he will wait till you die.
You've got a cane in back of you.
Yes.
What is that?
That cane is from Mr. Brodsky, an old friend of mine, an acquaintance, a very dear friend of mine. That cane was given to me because he could not see why I could walk without a cane, whereas he couldn't. And we were always fighting about our age. Why shouldn't you miss a friend? The man used to sit and stay in my house. We ate together. We davened together, and we were fighting all the time that this is the east. I used to tell him the sun rises here, you gotta face the east. He says, no, you gotta face it. So, you know, two old buddies. In the short and long analysis is, I'm an egotist. I like to have everything for myself. But I've had my share of reminders that this world is not just for you. I've lost children who died. I've lost my wife. I've lost a couple of good friends that I had to go to the funeral. It sort of makes you believe that there's somebody there who says, enjoy yourself while you can. I'm the boss. Upstairs, you're judged for the misdeeds that you do, not for the good deeds. Good deeds you have to do. It's misdeeds that you're judged for. You have a rabbi that is very good in learning. He killed a fly that he committed a crime. He'll be judged for killing that fly. He will not be judged for all the other things. For the things that you have to do, you do because that's your Pflicht, as they say in German. Pflicht means your duty. It's your duty to do the good things in life.
How will you be judged?
Me? I'll be judged like a bad person that I gave you a hard time. I give some of the people here a hard time, and then in the end I repent. The Spanish fella in the morning was almost crying. He dropped 16. Oh, big deal. I almost killed him. I thought he committed the greatest crime. He committed the greatest atrocity. His mustache was shaking. Then I went outside and I apologized to him.
Yahei Shalom Alabo Minchmael, Bechaim Aleinu, Bial Kal Yisrael, Bimru Amen. O say Shalom Bimrim, Puyasa Shalom Aleinu, Bial Kal Yisrael, Bimru.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah.
Gila del nada beautiful in the constant simple voice. Vanakini Narek Yomi and Kadol. Hallelujah. You got a telephone? Get someone here forthwith. Okay? Intervale 165, the Jewish Center. Forthwith. I'm off duty.
Wenn Schießerei.
Hey, the police coming? Mike, I'm gonna break that fucking door.
Who shot you?
3 guys in a car.
Who were they? Did you know them?
Yeah.
Who were they?
3 guys from a gang.
Why you tell that dude, man? This was for me. Why did they shoot you?
Why?
Do you know?
Yeah. I know them.
Where did they hit you?
My legs.
Why?
Long story. Shot 3 times. Came by the car. Oh, we had to stop.
Rush up the ambulance, please. We've got to got people in it.
You gotta get this. No lady in the head.
And
Nine dead.
Someone's in there? They left. In the car, man. They shot him with... No, they hit him. It was a hit. Riviera, blue. Yeah.
She's a doctor attendant. She can look at your head.
What's the matter, honey?
Hey, just show her that little scratch you got there. She'll tell you whether you should go to hospital or not.
Bad, nothing. I really blood, it doesn't come.
All right, let her.
What did happen, honey? I never did go to hospital. I never did go to hospital.
Notification. No? The bullet supposed to ricochet off an object and struck him in the neck.
Shalom Aleinu. Yaakov Yisrael. He ran to the sanctuary here and he was hiding himself here. Now, if a guy knows that this is a Ira Mikla, that this is a place of refuge, I am sure that we all know it. And that is what we have been doing here for years and years and years, for the past 50 years that this shul is standing. Of course, we had a little help from the outside. The ambulances come, the police department is here, you're here. The excitement is good for your blood pressure. They took the blood pressure. Nobody jumped up. We're used to it. Don't worry about it. That's it.
Happy birthday.
Oh, how nice.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sasha. Happy birthday to you. Paper, that's what they gave him.
A lot of paper.
A yarmulke.
Beautiful. Chapeau.
Yes, something. Yes, something.
Mit one standing. You all know that we're going to the Plainview Jewish Center. After you have had your bellies filled and your souls put to rest and your conscience feeling good, you will get a package to be taken home. And that package is a holiday package.
You know my name, right? Okay, you're going to help entertain us because in about another 8 minutes, you're going to be entertained. So I want you to learn first three words. You ready? It goes like Havenu. Let me hear it. Shalom. Aleichem. Now here's our musician who'll give us the music. Ready? Havenu Shalom Aleichem. Havenu Shalom Aleichem.
Some workers.
Come on, keep it going. Come on, clap it up. Come on,
Beautiful. I'm glad. Everything worked out well. Nancy, she didn't get her chickens? I saw her personally shove in 4 chickens into her bag. That's right. Look, I haven't got time. It just, believe me, it worked out well. It's late now. Al, thank you very much for everything. I'll be seeing you.
Shiva shel malos, Shiva shel matos, aladas amakai, v'yadas agol, v'yadas agol, olamatilim li'espalelim v'aveyonim, kol nidere,
It is not a miracle synagogue. It provides for each individual a certain thing that is missing in his life. There is no such thing as miracles.